record-breaking heat waves and severe droughts around the world have fueled the so-called climateflation by disrupting global supplies of cocoa, coffee, and olive oil and causing their prices to fluctuate wildly. And economists now warn that the fallout from the Iran war could trigger an even more severe inflationary crisis this year.
세계 곳곳에서 기록적인 폭염과 심각한 가뭄이 발생하면서 코코아, 커피, 올리브유 등의 글로벌 공급망에 차질이 생기고 이에 따라 이들 품목의 가격이 요동치는 이른바 기후플레이션이 고개를 드는 가운데 경제학자들은 여기에 이란 전쟁의 여파까지 겹쳐 올해 더욱 심각한 인플레이션 위기가 촉발될 수 있다고 경고하고 나섰습니다. Right, so climateflation.
Climateflation is the rise in consumer prices caused by the direct impact of climate change. So droughts, floods, heat waves, they can lead to food shortages, and that eventually makes the cost of, those produce going up. So they call that, climateflation.
그래요. 기후변화로 인한 inflation. 그래서 climate하고 inflation 합쳐서 climateflation이라고 요즘 이제 새로 부르고 있다고 합니다. What's fluctuating?
Something that fluctuates goes up and down in terms of statistical numbers. And if something fluctuates wildly, then it becomes really unpredictable as to how high or how low prices of something might become. So it really makes, it makes it difficult for, let's say, investors, but also when it comes to farmers and people buying and shipping things, then to be able to find an appropriate price on things when prices are fluctuating, when changing wildly, it makes their job much more difficult.
올라갔다 내려갔다 극심하게 변동할 때요. fluctuate wildly라고 표현을 할 수 있습니다. fluctuate 자체도 이제 오르락내리락 많이 하는 것이지만 그게 좀 극심하니까 wildly가 쓰였고요. What about an even more severe crisis?
So something that is severe is something that is extreme. Usually we think of it in a bad way. So something's getting really bad in an extreme way. And when something is even more severe, then you have a situation that's bad. And essentially you're thinking of that being even worse, even more badder. There's no word for that, obviously. But if something gets even worse than it already is.
An even more severe crisis, 훨씬 더 심각한 위기를 촉발할 수 있다. 무엇이요? 지금의 이 기후 상황 플러스 전쟁 상황, 중동의 그런 정세가 더해져서 이중고라고 얘기도 할 수 있을 텐데 in English you might say it's a double whammy or a double blow because there's already the climate situation and then you have the Middle East war situation going on. So the two
compounded is another word we'll use sometimes to describe that.
Exactly. They make it worse. 자, 그러면은 다시 한번 제가 읽어보겠습니다. Record-breaking heat waves and severe droughts around the world have fueled the so-called climateflation by disrupting global supplies of cocoa, coffee, and olive oil and causing their prices to fluctuate wildly. And economists now warn that the fallout from the Iran war could trigger an even more severe inflationary crisis this year. Let's move on to our next headline.
A report on the UK's higher education sector reveals that more than a quarter of people graduating with degrees, including sociology and performing arts, are earning less than the national living wage.
영국 대학 교육 부문에 대한 최신 보고서에 따르면 사회학 그리고 공연예술 등의 학위를 취득한 대학 졸업자들 중 4분의 1 이상이 영국 법정 최저임금보다 적은 소득을 올리고 있는 것으로 나타났습니다. So a lot of graduates are in debt.
Yes, they're saying an average student actually leaves university owing 53,000 pounds in loans.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, in Korean won, that's even bigger than that sounds. And yeah, they say that only 50% of graduates secure full-time work within 15 months after finishing university. So even a year and a quarter after graduating, 57% only find jobs.
그러니까요, 열심히 공부해서 대학교 졸업을 했는데, 생각보다 급여가 이제 많지 않아서, 이렇게 어떻게 보면은 그동안 공부해서 학자금 대출 받고 한 것들이 더 큰 부담으로 다가오는 이런 상황이 될 수 있겠네요.
Yeah, and by the way, also a lot of those that do get employed after graduating from university, the ironic thing is 1/3 of them end up with jobs that don't require a university degree. So it's like, why did I do that in the first place then?
그래요. 자, 그럼 표현을 한번 보겠습니다. Higher education sector.
Higher education is just another way of saying college or university. So anything after high school, we consider higher education. You just think of it as high school. Well, what's higher than high school? Well, it's, university or college or anything beyond high school. So it's higher than high school.
그래요. Higher education이라고 하면은 고등교육을 얘기합니다. 그러니까 대학 교육을 말한다고 여기서는 볼 수 있겠죠. 그래서 그 분야에 있어서 이 대학 졸업을 했음에도 불구하고 무려 한 5년이 지나고 나서도 지금 얘기한 그런 분야를 전공한 학생들, 졸업생들 같은 경우에는 영국 기준으로 국가 중간 연봉 수준으로밖에 돈을 못 받고 있다라는 놀라운 결과가 나왔고요. 돈을 벌다라고 할 때 earn money.
Earn, yeah. You earn something by doing something and then receiving something for your work. So it's different from just being given something or to get something because this is something that, when you earned it, when you earned a promotion, you didn't just receive a promotion, you did the effort, you deserved what you got.
자, 그래서 이 earn이라는 것은 그만큼 내가 이걸 받을 만한 무언가를 했다라는 뜻이어서 긍정적인 의미도 될 수 있지만 또 때로는 부정적인 게 될 수 있죠.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If someone got a promotion and you could say, oh, she totally didn't earn that, right? She got that because she's the boss's niece or something. Then she didn't earn that. She was given it.
노력해서 받은 건 아니야 이런 느낌으로도 she didn't earn that 이렇게 얘기할 수도 있겠죠. E-A-R-N. 보통 돈 얘기할 때 earn money. 근데 이런 표현도 있어요. earn respect.
Absolutely, yeah.
열심히 노력해서 존경을 받는 것이죠. 자, 그러면은 다시 한번 읽어보겠습니다. A report on the UK's higher education sector reveals that more than a quarter of people graduating with degrees, including sociology and performing arts, are earning less than the national living wage. All right, and this is our final headline.
A former Air Canada pilot is facing multiple fraud charges after allegedly using forged credentials to fly commercial aircraft as a captain for 17 years without the required airline transport pilot license.
항공사 에어 캐나다에서 한 전직 조종사가 기장 임무에 반드시 필요한 항공 운송 조종사 자격증을 취득하지 않은 채 위조된 증명서로 17년 동안 상업용 항공기를 운항한 사실이 발각돼 최근 다수의 사기 혐의로 기소됐습니다. How did this happen?
Yeah, apparently, so it's saying that he actually did have a pilot's license, but in terms of receiving his promotion in 2009 to be a captain, that was not valid. So it's not like the airline particularly is saying that nobody was ever in harm's way because of this, because he did have regular training and testing and
he knew
competency.
How to fly a plane. Yes.
But when it comes down to it, in the end, he didn't have the proper credentials to be a captain.
그렇군요. 그래서 무려 900차례 정도나 어떻게 보면 무면허로 비행을 한 셈이라고 합니다. What does allegedly mean?
Allegedly or alleged is a word that we will use very, very much when it comes to news and media.
Yep.
And anytime you are not 100% sure about something, or if something hasn't been proven in a court of law and there's just maybe some allegations, then we'll use the word alleged. This is what we believe to be true, but there is not hard evidence or proof of this yet. So we're reporting what we believe is going on, what seems to be the case, but we don't want to pass full judgment just yet to make somebody look bad.
So we're not 100% sure.
Yes.
But this is what we think. Based on some things, of course. It's not just based on nothing.
Yeah, they have, you'll have a little bit of evidence, but not enough
Right.
to really condemn somebody. So no hard evidence.
그렇죠. 아주 결정적인 증거가 있어서 100% 이게 사실이다라고 말하기에는 좀 이르지만 그래도 이런 혐의가 있다. 이렇다고 한다라고 할 때 그러니까 확신이 글쎄요 한 몇 퍼센트 정도일까요? Allegedly 그러면은 한 8, 90%? Maybe?
Yeah, it could be. I'd say it could be anywhere from maybe 50 to 80%,
Okay.
50 to 90%.
But just not 100, but more than 50.
Yeah, I would say more
이런
than
느낌.
If you go less than 50, then I feel like you should be.
You're just claiming it.
Yeah. You're just kind of giving an opinion. But yeah, you've got to have some legitimate proof where it really does seem to be the case. It just hasn't been proven yet.
네, 그래요. 그래서 이렇게 이 에어 캐나다의 조종사가 되기 위한 자격증을 위조한 혐의를 지금 받고 있습니다. 그래서 allegedly he forged the documents.
Yeah, and
But
you'll see this a lot in newspapers, in any sort of TV, radio news.
그래요. 그러니까 100% 확신이 없을 때 많이 쓰는 표현이라고 생각하시면 되겠고 특히 뉴스에서 우리가 모든 거를 확신에 차서 얘기할 수는 없잖아요. 이거는 이래서 그렇습니다. 저 사람은 이렇게 말하는 게 굉장히 위험하죠. 그래서 allegedly라는 표현을 많이 씁니다.
Yeah, because the person or the company that you are referring to, they can have their reputation damaged and
right.
defamation, being defamed and stuff like that. So
Right.
it can be damaging if you are wrong.
Well, this former pilot is accused of having used forged credentials.
Forged credentials meaning that they are not real or official credentials. So often if you have to take a note to school with your parents' signature to say, oh, my son or my daughter was absent from school today because of this, and then you're in North America anyways, we have to sign something from our parents. So in that case, sometimes people might forge their parents' signature. So they write it as if they're their parents. So it's not a real signature. It's a fake. It's been forged.
그러면 안 되죠. 근데 요즘에는 캐나다는 제가 잘 모르겠지만 그런 이제 결석계도 다 온라인으로 제출해요, 선생님.
Oh, that's right.
요즘에는 부모님 도장 받아라 이런 거 잘 안 하는데 어쨌든 자, 위조됐다, forged. 그리고 credentials라는 거는 여기서 자격증이에요. 그래서 그러한 이제 해당 면허증이 없었는데 위조해서 제출한 것으로 지금 그렇게 전해지고 있어요. 뉴스에서 그렇게 전해지고 있습니다. 자, 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. A former Air Canada pilot is facing multiple fraud charges after allegedly using forged credentials to fly commercial aircraft as a captain for 17 years without the required airline transport pilot license. And that's it for the headlines this morning.